write a program to input a number and display whether the number is palindrome or not. And this program we will be doing using sub procedure as well as function procedure. And firstly, we'll start with sub procedure. So, okay. Now, this similar kind of program we have done using done before also, and at that time what we did was we took one word as an input and we checked whether that word was a palindrome or not. But this time we are not taking word as an input, but we will be taking one number as an input. But the processes are all same. Okay, it's all similar. So let's discuss about our process, how we'll do this program. So at the beginning, what we'll do is we'll take one number as an input. That is clear. That is clear. We have to take one number as an input. And whatever number we take, what we do is we reverse the number. The first thing that we do is we reverse the number. And reversing of a number, we have already seen. This program we have already done. So first of all, we have to reverse the number. And then what we do is we check the reverse number with our original number. In our previous program with word, what we did was we reversed the word and we checked the reversed word with the original word. Similarly, over here also, whatever reverse number we get, that reverse number we have to check with the original number. And if the reverse number and our original number is same, then what we do is we display it is a palindrome. And if our reverse number and the original number is not same or equal, then what we display is we display the number is not a palindrome. If both are equal, then we display it is a palindrome. If they are unequal, then we display they are not palindrome. The number is not a palindrome. That's what we do. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to reverse the number. So let's go to our editor and let's solve this program. Okay, first of all, we need to declare. So let's declare, that is declare sub palindrome. And let's use one parameter n. Let's write CLS to clear our screen. So input, let's give one message, that is enter any number. Let's store in n. Okay, now our argument is in n. So let's pass while calling, that is call palindrome, and we pass the argument which is n, and we end our main module. So this is our main module. Now what we'll do is we'll go to the definition part, and in definition part we will write down the program to display whether the input number is palindrome or not. So for definition part, we start with sub palindrome, and we are in our definition part. So okay, this reverse, I will just delete this one. Okay, we have palindrome as our sub procedure. So the first thing that we have to do is we have to reverse the number. So let's reverse, that is while n is not equals to 0. So this is what we do to reverse. So r is equals to n mod 10. This is for the extraction part. Now we use rev variable to store. So rev has to be multiplied with 10 and r has to be added. Then we remove the last digit, which is n is equals to n/10. Then we close our loop with when keyword. So within this loop, what happens is all the digits will be reversed. That is, our number will be reversed and the reverse number will be stored in RAB. This we have already seen. Now, what we have to do is we have to do condition checking. What we had discussed was we have to check. Now, in order to check, what we do is we use if statement. So if our original number, now where is our original number? It seems our original number is in n. So let's see what it happens. Okay, if n, we are assuming this to be our original number, is equals to RAV, because RAV is the variable where reverse number is stored. There is no doubt in this one. But this n, it looks like it is our original number is in n. We'll find out what happens when we run our program. So if these two are equal, then what we have to display is, we have to display the number is a palindrome. If the condition is false, then our control will go to the false part, and we know that it is not a palindrome. So that's what we will print. The number is not a palindrome. Okay, now this is what we need to do in condition checking. Okay, now let's run our program and let's see the output. Okay, let's give one number 1 2 3 4. Now this is not a palindrome because the reverse is 4 3 2 1, which is not equal with our original number, so it is not a palindrome. Now let's write 1 2 3. This is also not a palindrome. Now let's give one palindrome number, that is 1 2 3 2 1. Now this is a palindrome number because uh, if we start from the leftmost side, it is 1 2 3 2 1, and if we go from the rightmost side also, it is 1 2 3 2 1. In both the sides, it is the same number. Hence, it is a palindrome. So let's press enter. But you can see the message clearly says the number is not a palindrome. So our program has some mistakes. Okay, one more time. This is also a palindrome number, but our output is the number is not a palindrome. So there is some mistake in our program. So let's discuss about that particular mistake. Okay. So what is happening over here is we have reversed the number. So in order to reverse, we do the same thing, but there's something problem with our condition. Okay. So let's see. Let's trace this program. Then we will realize our mistake. Okay. Let's say user types 1 2 3. Okay. User gives 123. Now condition checking will take place. We have R as our variable. So R will get value 3. Last digit will be extracted from this line. Our condition is true. Last digit has been extracted. REV is equals to REV into 10. We have a new variable REV. So REV is 0. 0 into 10 is 0 plus 3 is 3. So we have 3. N equal to n slash 10. It will remove the last digit. So 3 has been removed. Okay. Here, if you realize something has become to variable n. Variable n, actually 123 was the number user has typed, and this is the original number, and that was in variable n. But because of this particular line over here, n equal to n slash 10, 3 has been removed. So n holds value 12. Now 12, this is not the original number. So our original number gets tampered from variable n because of this statement, because we are continuously dividing this value by 10, and the result is last digit always gets removed. Last digit keeps on that it division keeps on happening, division keeps on, and what happens is eventually the value of n becomes 0 over here. So because of this reason, we cannot check our condition with variable n, because the value, our original value, it gets removed, and 0 is the final value that gets stored in variable n, which means our original value is gone. It is not there in variable n. So because of that reason, it was giving the wrong output. So in order to prevent this particular problem, what we can do is we can store the original value in some other variable. So what happens is, from here, from our main module, our sub procedure is called. It will pass the original value, that is 123, whatever. Okay, in our case, we are assuming 123. So 123 is passed from here, and that value will get stored in this variable n, 123. So till now we have 123, that is the original value in variable n. So what we can do is, in next line, we can transfer that original value in some other variable, that is onum. I usually use onum, and that is for original number. Okay, you can use any other variables of your own choice, but I prefer onum, so that's what I'm using. Equals to, what I want to do is I want to keep original number in onum, so our original number is in n, so I write n over here. So n has been kept over here, and that value will be stored in onum. So whatever we do to n, it doesn't matter, because our original value is safely stored in variable onum. So even though n becomes 0, it's not a problem, because before this we have this onum. Yeah, after num actually. After this we have this variable onum, and it stores value n, and n is actually 123. So let's see this program one more time. And okay, one more thing before tracing this program, what we have to do is, now our original number is in onum, so that's what we have to use to check our condition. So in condition checking part, we have to write onum over here, and we have to check with rev. Okay, let's quickly see the output as well. 1 to 1. This is a palindrome. As you can see, our output is correct. The number is palindrome. Now, if we give any non-palindrome number, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, it will display the number is not a palindrome. Now, let's see. Now, let's trace this program. So, at the beginning, let's say that user types 123. Now, n holds value 123. Now, after this, what happens? We come to this statement. This statement is onum. We have a new variable onum equals to n. N holds value 123. So 123 will be stored in onum. So our original value has been stored in onum. Now we have this loop. Now within this loop, what will happen is, okay, we have traced this many times, so I'm not doing everything right now. So within this loop, what will happen is, value of n, it will become 0, and rev variable will get a new value, and that is the reverse of the number. So reverse is 321. So this value will be stored in rev. And after this, we come to this line, that is condition checking part. And in our condition checking, it will check with onum. Onum is 123, which is the original number, and our reverse number is 321. And in this case, our condition is false, because 123 is not equals to 321. So our condition is false. Our control will go to the false part, and it will display the number is not a palindrome. Now, suppose if user gives a palindrome, that is 121. This is a palindrome number. So 121 user has given, our control is over here. Same number will be transferred to onum, that is onum will also get value 121. Now our loop part will execute, and within this loop, n will become 0, and rev will reverse the number, and the reverse of a number is also 121. And after our loop, we have condition checking with if statement. So here condition checking will take place. Onum is 121. 121 is equals to 121, which is true. Now, since our condition is true, our control will go to the true part, and it will display the number is a palindrome, which is in this one. The number is a palindrome. So this is how we can write down the palindrome program using sub procedure. I hope this is all clear. And if you have any doubt, don't forget to write in the chat section. Okay. And my chat section is actually empty. So now we'll move one step further. And what we'll do is we'll just convert this particular program using function procedure. Okay, let's go towards our main module. Let's replace this with function and declare function. And whenever we write program using function procedure, what we have to do is we have to talk about this $sign over here. And if we think of our output, and actually we have already seen that output as well, and the output was the number is a palindrome or the number is not a palindrome. In either of the cases, it is a string value. So our program is displaying a string value, and it is the same value that our function will return. So our function returns a string value, hence $sign is required. Now n, as usual, parameter to store the number that user types, and CLS input, it is same. Now here we have a slight change, that is to call function procedure we use print keyword. So we write print, then we call the function procedure, which is palindrome. Okay, dollar is required, then n. Now talking about message over here, message is not required because whatever the function returns is a message itself. It returns the number is a palindrome, or it returns the number is not a palindrome. In either of the cases, it is a complete message. So message, separate message is not required. Now let's go towards the definition part. So here is our definition part, and let's start with function. Function palindrome dollar. Okay. So the first thing that we do is we store our original number in a separate variable, and the variable we are using is onum. Then what we do is we reverse the number. For that we have this while loop, and then what we do is we check our original number with the reverse number. Our original number is in onum and our reverse number is in RAV, and if they are equal, then our control will go to the true part. Here what we have to do is we have to return this particular message, the number is a palindrome. And in order to return, we write down our function name at the beginning, which is palindrome dollar equals to the number is a palindrome. And if our condition is false, if our original number and our reverse number is not same, then our control will go to the false part, and here we have to return this message, the number is not a palindrome. And for that also we write down the function name at the beginning, which is palindrome dollar, and we write equals to. So this is how we return. Let's check our output. Enter in number 1 2 3 4. Now this is not a palindrome, it is displaying the number is not a palindrome. Suppose we give one palindrome number 1 2 3 2 1, then it has to display it is a palindrome number, because from the leftmost side and from the rightmost side it is the same, the number is a palindrome, and it is returning from here, and it returns from here, it goes towards the main module and gets printed from here. Okay, this is a palindrome program using function procedure. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like my videos so that I get motivated to create more of these videos. We would appreciate if you would share this video with your friends. And if you have any queries and suggestions, let me know through the comment section. Lastly, please do subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you get notified every time I post a new video. Thank you.